Are you dealing with the trials of a difficult marriage or going through a separation or divorce? Welcome to the club, friend. Life is messy and it can be hard. I'm Jenn Zingmark, a Christian life coach, and I have good news for you. There is a path to find hope, healing, and happiness, no matter what your circumstances are, and I can help you find joy in your journey. So let's go. Marriage support and divorce coaching may not be needed by you personally, but almost everyone knows someone dealing with the trials of this difficult journey. Please share this podcast with someone you know who might be dealing with the challenges of divorce or a difficult marriage. The tools that I have are life-changing. And I know this because I have experienced this in my own life, and I have seen it in the lives of my clients. And I want to share these tools with everyone that can benefit from them. Hey, friends. I've been thinking about life this week, and I know life is messy and things can seem overwhelming. And when you're dealing with a difficult marriage or going through a separation or divorce, you can feel burdened by all the emotions and changes you're facing. So, I have an idea for you. How you handle this crisis in your life, it is your choice. How you respond to negative people, it's your choice. How you respond to broken promises, it is your choice. How you respond to toxic situations, it's your choice. The person you become because of the trial that you're experiencing, it is your choice. No matter what other people in your life are doing or how they may be reacting or showing up, you get to choose how you want to show up, even during this crisis in your life. And this really is good news because difficult people and situations and trials can be opportunities for growth if you choose to grow from them. I'm not saying that it's easy, but it is possible. We know that it's possible because two people can experience the exact same traumatic situation, but have completely different responses. In an extreme example of how different people can respond to a traumatic situation is the Holocaust. This is probably one of the most horrific examples of human torture and abuse, depravity, and mass murder that most of us can imagine. Hopefully, none of us have experienced anything as horrible as the torture and annihilation of the Jews. But even in this most extreme situation, there were some people who kept their humanity and kept their hope alive. In her incredible book, The Choice, by Dr. Edith Ava Eger, she tells of her life experiences, starting with being taken from her home in Germany as a child and being sent to a Nazi death camp. She witnessed her mother's death on her first day in camp and never saw her father again once he was sent away to a men's prison. Her experiences are gut-wrenching and at times even difficult to read about. The starvation, deprivation, suffering, humiliation, the pain, the dehumanization that she experienced was unimaginable. In her book, she shares the details of her horrific experience, as well as the beauty of her struggle to accept this trauma that she experienced and ultimately her path to healing afterwards. Her quest for healing consumed her life and her family and led her into education, ultimately to a career as a clinical psychologist so that she could help others, some who had been in concentration camps, but many others dealing with trauma and traumatic life experiences. and she overcame. She was able to create a beautiful, fulfilling life after this horrific experience. Edith describes listening to her inner voice of hope to keep her alive, past her physical ability to live, even when she witnessed others losing all hope around her and dying. She said, when everyone and everything around me told me constantly that I would never get out of the death camp alive, I told myself something different. I worked to develop an inner voice, to tell myself an alternative story. I would repeat the mantra, this is temporary. If I survive today, tomorrow I will be free. I will survive today, so tomorrow I will be free. It's amazing that she had the courage and mental fortitude to do this as a young girl. She was a teenager when this happened. She explains that although she couldn't physically fight the Nazi guards, she could fight them with her mind. And ultimately, she won because of her mental strength. Dr. Ager was freed and went on to get married, raise a family, and pursue her education and career as a clinical psychologist, and helped many, many others throughout her life, and is now living a beautiful, fulfilling life and has helped so many people recover from trauma in their lives. She spent a lifetime seeking healing and wholeness. And what she ultimately discovered is that it comes down to choice. I want to share an excerpt from her book. She said, sometimes the worst moments of our lives, the moments that set us spinning with ugly desires that threaten to unglue us with sheer impossibility of pain we must endure, are in fact the moments that bring us to understand our worth. It's as if we become aware of ourselves as a bridge between all that's been and all that will be. We become aware of all we have received and what we can choose or choose not to perpetuate. It is thrilling and terrifying, the past and the future surrounding us like a vast but traversable canyon. Wow, it's powerful. She continues, will we re-engage? Will we reenact all of the hurts from our past? Will we abandon the people we love as a consequence of our own abandonment? Will we make our children pick up the tab for our losses? Or will we take the best of what we know and let a new crop flourish from the field of our life? We can choose to face and accept our grief, heartbreak, despair, sadness, or to pass the pain on again and again. We can choose to forgive or to love. It's amazing, her experience and the wisdom and growth that she has gained through learning to forgive and heal from all that she experienced. All of us are the same. We will each always be someone that will bear suffering in our lives. We can't erase the pain that is part of the human experience, but we are free to accept who we are and what has been done to us and move on. Just like a loaded gun hidden away in a drawer, we often choose to hide away our pain, but the potential for damage and violence still exists until we consciously face it and dismantle it. Wow, that is such a powerful analogy that she shared. So, my challenge to you and to me is to choose to find grace and forgiveness for ourselves and for those who have harmed us, to choose a better path for ourselves. I want to challenge you to be a leader in your own life. True leaders take the storyline that life gives us and rewrite it. They choose to write or create a new version, a new story for their own life and for others. They don't see the broken, abuse, torn shreds of life. They see the potential and they build on it. They have the inspiration and share that inspiration with others to write a new story for their life. Whatever story life has given you, whether it's a difficult marriage, a diagnosis, a pandemic, abuse, neglect, or divorce, you have to plant a new story in your mind. You have to go to work every day to cultivate it and water it and nurture it to grow. It can be a very difficult process to draw out that potential in yourself. It can be rocky and even ugly, but you can't allow that to disrupt the vision that you have for your future. When you're trying to tap into your potential, it may not look pretty, and you will have to confront and address things, emotions, that you've been hiding, even from yourself, possibly. But you will have to confront things that you may not be comfortable with, that you may not want to confront. But this is your work to do, to unleash your hidden potential. If our goal is to become the best versions of ourselves, then we need to find our best traits and continue to expand them and slowly shave off and eliminate those traits that limit us and hold us back. And we all need people in our lives who see and bring out the best in us. In his book, Unleashing Your Hero, Kevin Brown says, when we look in the mirror, what do we see? We are all the result, the accumulation of the people who cared enough to guide us, to pick us up when we were down, to kick us in the butt when we were wrong, to pat us on the back when we've done well. The people who had faith in us when we lost faith in ourselves. If you don't see those faces when you look in the mirror, you are missing the picture completely. You are not a self-made man or woman. You are the sum total or byproduct of everyone who has shown up in your life in some way. See all of the people who stand with you, who have poured a little bit of themselves into you, leaving you better than when they found you. Family, friends, colleagues, coworkers, neighbors, teachers, pastors, leaders, mentors, people that have shown up in your life and shared their gifts and talents, inspiration, direction, even their view, their vision of you. You are the sum total and a byproduct of every person who has ever shown up in your life. I love this thought. It's powerful, especially if we choose to carry with us the characteristics or traits of the people that love, inspire, and motivate us, the people that see the best in us. We must also choose to learn from the other people in our lives, the ones that harm and violate and condemn us. We must choose to accept, but not perpetuate these wrongs by repeating them or living in shame or remorse or regret. Peace and healing come when we choose to be a leader in our own life, when we choose to accept what has been done to us and move on, and when we find grace and forgiveness for ourselves and for those who have harmed us, and we choose a better path for ourselves. We must choose to heal, love, and forgive. The Choice, the book by Dr. Ager, is an amazing story of resilience and mental courage and strength, but ultimately describes how the will to survive, thrive, and overcome is our choice. The thoughts that we think are choices that we make. It's so powerful. And by studying Dr. Ager's story, I think it helps put our lives and challenges into perspective. It's such a great way to look at the results that we have in our lives and accept that we cannot always choose the circumstances that we face in our lives, but we are free to choose how we will respond. And nothing that has happened to us, even as horrific as Nazi concentration camps, can stop us from reaching our potential. We have to believe in our potential to create the life that we want, no matter what our circumstances are. Stephen Covey teaches that we all have a transitional figure, a person, a figure in our lives who has the potential to help us change the course and the direction of our lives in a unique way. This person can help us transition our lives into a new mindset, a new paradigm, a new situation, a new opportunity. This person may see our potential when we don't. This is what I do for my clients, and I love seeing their potential. The thoughts that we think are choices that we make. And this knowledge is the key to transforming your life. It's powerful and life changing. And these are the tools that I use and share with my clients in coaching. It takes practice, but it is possible and is life changing. And all of you that are struggling in a difficult marriage right now, or you're dealing with separation or divorce right now, this is especially for you. I hope that you will take this message to heart. Recognize that although you're in a situation you did not choose and you wouldn't want, but you have a choice in how you react to it, how you respond, and the person you become because of it. So I hope that this message hits home with you guys today. Take one or two ideas from what you've heard today and try it out. I would love to hear how it goes. I love hearing from you guys. So please send me an email at jen@jenzingmark.com and let me know how it goes and what you think about this message. Check out the book, The Choice by Dr. Eva Eger, and Kevin Brown's book, What Does a Hero Look Like? Highly recommend both. I would really be grateful if you would take a couple minutes and leave me a review. It means so much and it helps other people find my podcast, and I really appreciate it. And it will hopefully help others find me and hear more about this work. I love it and just love the opportunity to help you guys, and look forward to working with more of you and helping you as much as I can. So have a terrific week, and I love you guys. Bye, y'all. Are you struggling with the trials of divorce? There is a path to find joy in your journey. I would love to help you. Go to jenzingmark.com to get all the info. There you'll find a free download to help you start thinking happier thoughts today. And you can sign up to receive my weekly newsletter. If you like what you've heard here and want to dive deeper into this work, sign up for a free mini session with me. This is just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. There is so much more. I would love to work with you and be your life coach.